Day 2 on the Camino Frances. We woke in Orisson to the sound of quiet rustling, pilgrims packing bags in hushed voices, and the wind rising over the ridge, and the promise of a new country just beyond the mountains. Today is the day that we cross the Pyrenees, from France into Spain. But just before our walk, we all gathered for a communal breakfast. Pilgrims from all over the world, sleepy-eyed but eager, shared bread, jam, and stories from the day before. It wasn't just fuel for the walk ahead. It was a reminder that we were all now part of something much bigger than ourselves. It was just before 8 and the sun was still rising as we stepped out into the crisp morning air. The climb was steep, the views rolling open like a painting in motion. Horses and sheep grazed freely along the hillside, and every turn revealed more of the Pyrenees. The morning light was golden, and the fog covering the valley below was breathtaking. It was almost soft enough to make you forget how much your legs were working.
All the fog just hanging in the mountains there. It's so pretty. Oh, you're pretty.
There you are. Big puppy.
Look at those.
Got a new friend.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I know, I saw that. That's amazing, huh?
Yeah.
You don't get those views in Saskatchewan.
No. Not even close.
But
Other than the sunset.
we travel quite a bit, and when we come home, I always appreciate it.
We quickly realized the Camino is rarely walked entirely alone. Today we found ourselves falling into step with other pilgrims, sometimes chatting, sometimes walking together in silence, letting the mountains set the rhythm. At the top, a small statue of the Virgin Mary greeted us. Pilgrims stood in quiet awe, some whispering prayers, others just staring out at this vast sweep of the land below. This was more than a climb for many. It was a crossing into something new.
Someone's been overnight camping there. We seem to be really almost at the top.
It's almost 11 o'clock, so we've been walking through 3 hours, all uphill pretty well, but it's beautiful weather. Any thoughts, Len?
Just as I'm eating my banana, what would be really nice right now is a chocolate chip cookie. So we're just taking a short break here. We're headed towards Roncesvalles today. This is where the trail leaves the road, and we're just going up off road here. So,
This is what they tell us to walk through, to make sure, or else we'll get lost. But there's so many people ahead of us, we won't get lost. And from here, it tells us that we have 9.9 kilometers left to walk. So we better get going. That's the trail all the way up.
Before reaching the French-Spanish border, we paused at a concrete bench and a simple water fountain. It was one of those Camino moments that's both practical and sacred. A place to refill your water bottles, rest tired feet, and quietly gather the courage for the next stretch. There are no border posts, no formalities, just the gentle realization that the ground beneath your feet has changed countries. The air smelled different, the hills folded differently, and something inside felt lighter.
as Roxanne jokingly said, They don't want the Spanish cattle mixing with the French cattle. Welcome to Spain.
I'm in Spain! .4 kilometers left.
Okay, and
So we made it to the summit, the highest point.
Yay!
It's all downhill from here to our next overnight.
Yay, we did it! And I'm very tired. Let's keep going.
Okay. So I'm a little hesitant to have said, yay, it's all downhill from here, because I was just picturing a road with a gentle slope. So now we're on narrow trail, rocky trail, navigating our way down.
It's not all this way.
Another 3.6K to our final destination for the day. Hope you've enjoyed the flight, folks. Even more and more crocuses.
The descent was steep and demanding, slippery in places. Knees aching, concentration sharp.
It is steep going down. Steep going up, steep going down.
We're not as far as we thought. Another 2.6 kilometers to our albergue. You're smiling.
Plateau. Level ground always makes me happy.
Beautiful forest, huge trees. Wow, we are so close. Half a kilometer.
But then, as if by grace, the forest opened and Roncesvalles appeared, nestled like a quiet welcome at the end of the world.
We have arrived. Here's the albergue, which looks more like a hotel or castle to me than an albergue. Beautiful crossing across a brook. Wow, that is a nice building. Da 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 da. Looks like there might be a lot of people here already. Hopefully we can find a room. So here's all our different directions. We have to find the main entrance to the albergue. So here's our place. I'm gonna go in and see if we can get a room or a bunk. If we can't, we might be in trouble. Here is our albergue that we're staying in, which used to be a monastery. And we're actually up on the 3rd floor. Because we got here late. I guess the 1st floor fills up first and onwards upwards.
By evening, pilgrims filled the village, resting, sharing meals, comparing blisters and stories. Today had been about more than just distance. It was about shared moments, small choices, and the quiet victories you feel when you walk into a new place under your own power. If the Camino is a mirror for life, then crossing the Pyrenees is the moment you learn to trust the path, one step, one hill, and one sunrise at a time.